Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the show. I have been doing some investigation, and what I've been investigating is what's uploading. I don't know what's uploading. I guess my show is uploading. That's something new. Okay. Anyway, I've been investigating why I'm having problems on my end. Everybody else it's always fine, but then I always have problems with my end with the lag, and I thought that my internet service was throttling me. But I happened to be to go on a trip on an errand, and when I parked the car, I looked out at the wires, going to my house in the back, and I found out that uh, my line for my internet service is covered with uh, tree branches and limbs and leaves, and it's not my tree; it's a neighbor's tree. So I got to call my internet provider and see if they can come and cut that off, or if they can make my neighbor cut it off, right? So that was my detective role for this week. Okay, so I'd like to welcome everybody to the show. And when we get a chance, we're going to share the show. But right now, I got to bring in the rest of the team because I can't do this by myself. All right, how about the famous none other the co-hostess of the mostest, Sybil Marie Presley. Hi, Sybil. Hello,
Hey,
Sybil. Can you hear me?
having a great time in Memphis.
Okay, I was just wondering if you can hear me. All right, we got the heartbeat in the South, and every beat of my heart, none other than my son, Tim Harrington. Tim, you up on deck, sir? How you doing?
All right, hey mom, how's everybody doing?
Oh yeah, I'm hanging in here.
All right, all right.
Yeah, I know I'm looking lagging on y'all. Don't mind my lagging.
Yeah,
As
you
long as my
ain't.
voice is not lagging, I don't mind it. All right. All right. Y'all know we cannot do it without the girl herself, Kathy C. Carlson. Kathy,
Hey,
welcome.
Hey, Kathy.
hi. Yeah, it's
How
thundering
are
here.
you?
It's thundering. So
Is
if
it?
I go out, I'll have to come back in, but hopefully it'll all work out.
Hopefully so.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck this show is doing. Studio's uploading because I didn't think that I'm uploading anything. I'm normally not uploading anything. They're always making changes in the studio, and I never find out until I'm live. But anyhow, I just roll with that, right? So, Kathy,
Yeah.
what you been up to? You've been a busy little bee since last time I saw you, haven't you?
Well, I've been following the political scene now more than ever. And I think it's good for everyone to do so because this is, our country. So we need to be aware and just follow, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I try to tell them that every time. You took the words right out of my mind. Sebo, you still busy. What you doing feeling about there?
Am I doing what?
Sybil, can you hear
What
I
Sybil?
you
didn't hear.
been doing?
I can hear Kathy
Turn,
pretty good, but
well, turn
you
your
Oh,
sound
volume up
you
on your
sound like a
computer. Can everybody
well.
else hear
It's
me
a
okay?
97.
Yeah,
Can
There you
everybody else
go.
hear me
Is that
okay?
better?
yes.
you're
No,
I
we
fine.
can
can
hear you
now.
fine. You're the one that's saying you can't hear me.
Hmm.
So
Now I've got you
anyway,
now. I turned it up. I got the
okay.
volume going.
All right. So what have you been up to?
Who?
Never mind. What's
You,
yep.
you, Sybil.
Me?
Sure
Well,
fast,
I've
Tim.
been.
What you been up to since the last time I
Oh
saw
man,
you?
trying to beat the heat. The heat here is hotter than fish grease. So I've been, so I've been trying to beat the
Pretty
heat.
hot.
Yeah,
That's
trying to
hot.
stay cool as possible. Trying to stay hydrated. Just taking it one day at a time.
Mm,
Here, I tell you.
I know, right?
Yeah, it was hot
Okay.
today. The chickens, the chickens are laying hard boiled eggs.
All right.
All right. Well, anyhow, let's bring in our guests. Kathy, I just want you to introduce them by name and then let them say hello. We tell them welcome, but we're not going to tell anybody anything else about them. We're going to go into a commercial break. Then when we come back, that's when we'll start talking, because I got to have time to share during the commercial break, okay?
Okay.
And I want to team, I need y'all to do the same thing. So who we bringing in first, Kathy?
Shane Bouvet and
All right.
James Ziegler.
Shane, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for having me on.
All right, this is Shane Bouvet.
Yes, ma'am.
Did I pronounce it right?
Yeah, you pronounced it.
That's French.
Yep.
Correct? Yeah.
Yep.
And I cannot speak French, but I do try to get everybody's name right. Yeah, so that is a beautiful name. And we've got somebody else for you guys. Who is it, Kathy?
We have James Ziegler.
James.
Hi.
Ziegler.
Hi.
Ziegler.
Yeah, James, your camera's off again.
Uh-oh. James,
Yeah,
can we hear you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah, we can
good.
hear you. Your camera keeps popping off. Don't worry about it. I mean, if you can, go ahead and fix it. We're going to go to a break. And so maybe you can take care of it during the break. And maybe whatever's uploading in my studio, it will have finished. And maybe I won't be lagging as much. All right, so listen, everybody that's already watching on different platforms, stay with us. Please share the show. And we'll be back. All right, and team, I want y'all to share the show as well. Okay, we'll be back, y'all. Stick and stay. Don't go away.
Ooh, we're firing up the Chewy app. Can't say no to these prices. Clumping litter? Resounding yes. Salmon pate? Love that for me. Essentials? Check. Ooh, we have enough to splurge on catnip toys. We did it. I feel so accomplished. Pet me, please. Okay, that's enough. Now back to me time. Love you.
Great prices, happy pets. Chewy. Some days I cover up because of my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Now I feel free to bare my skin thanks to Skyrizi. I'm celebrating my clearer skin my way. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. In another study, most people had 90% clearer skin even at 5 years. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Thanks to clearer skin with Skyrizi, this is my moment. There's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
To 50 years with my best friend and my soulmate.
The Quicker Picker-Upper. When you gotta get it done, one sheet is all you need. And Bounty is 50% more absorbent, so you can use less and get the job done with one.
You've got a bit of your face on your face.
Bounty, the Quicker Picker-Upper.
Here's a thread. The power to connect is the power to change. Connect 2 dots and change the whole plot. Connect one day and change a long week. Connect to one thought and change what you speak. Connecting these hearts, we change their flow, the plan, the path, the course, route, and road. Connect with uncertainty and change what we know. The plots that unfold,
the seeds that we grow.
Connect and change what you want. What do you want?
What do you want?
¿Qué es lo que quieres? Find it and lose it again. Don't like the hue? Change the color. Scared of the storms? Change their thunder. Don't share the dream? Dream another. Connect and change. The phase, a place, the dance, the towns, the now, your vow, the news, the views, the fight, the night, the light. Anything you like.
Connect.
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 Connect and change. Connecting changes everything. AT&T.
Emily?
Yeah, we're coming back in. Just I always have to give it a minute. James still hasn't gotten his camera back on yet, but we'll proceed. As long as we can hear him, we're good. Kathy, take us away.
Okay, well, it's my pleasure to reintroduce Shane Bouvet, and he's from, can you tell us where you're from, where your hometown's from? And where
Yeah,
you're
I'm from
located?
a small town of Stonington, Illinois. It's a little farm town with one street light and a little gas station. Coal mining.
Wow,
Street
that's
light.
cool.
Did you say one street light? Shane?
Yeah, one street light and a little gas station and a population of less than 1,000.
Wow. I'll tell you what, everybody knows everybody's business in there, don't they?
Ain't that the truth?
You got a grocery store?
No,
Oh,
well,
sure.
grocery store is about 20 minutes away. Usually everything's about 30 to 35 minutes away.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's kind of rough. You got to do that drive there like that, huh?
Ain't that the truth?
I don't know what my studio is uploading, but I know it's got me just frozen. And this is really weird, and I can't stop it. I can't turn it off. I don't even know what it's uploading. That's what's so really weird.
Is Windows update?
Let me double check. You know, yeah, I do need to check on these bars down here and see what's going on.
But you don't have that far to go. It's at 95%.
Y'all can see it too.
I can.
91%.
0% on mine.
98, 96. Okay,
Mine's
great.
91.
All right. Yeah, so
Mine's
I
got
don't know.
0.
It jumped backwards.
It's going backwards. Yeah, it just keeps doing it over and over again. I don't know what's up with it. But anyway, so anyway, take us away, Kathy, with our questions for our interview. Let's begin.
Okay, well, Shane, you're a Trump blogger, and you've been a top Trump blogger. You've been in the White Oval Office and all kinds of cool things. And can you tell us how you came to meet Donald Trump and, what came about with that and how you became a blogger for him?
Yeah. Well, I'm just a blue-collar coal miner from Central Illinois, and I like social media. I feel like God blessed me with that talent, and I had a lot of memes online, and some of them went viral, and the Washington Post contacted me, and I was Donald Trump's social media director for Illinois, and they asked every state director, if Donald Trump offered you a job, would you take it? I was the only one out of all the states who said no. I did it for God and country. I don't expect a job. I just did it for America, and I'm not really looking for a job. I said I just want to go back in the mines and just do what needs to be done. And the Washington Post sent some reporters, and really was like, wow, we want to do a story about, your life and things like that. They sent some Washington Post reporters down to Central Illinois and did a story about my life. And Donald Trump read the article and was touched by it and invited me to Washington, D.C., and we connected on so many levels. And at first I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like Donald Trump. But after I got to know him, I'm like, this guy is the most kind-hearted guy I've ever met. He gave me a hug, told me he loved me, asked me if I had any food, where I was staying. And I just am truly blessed by what he did for me and my family. My dad had cancer, and Donald Trump paid for his chemotherapy. He wrote me a check in my name, and I actually gave it over to my dad, which Donald Trump found out about, and that really inspired Trump to say, wow, this guy's 20 years old. Instead of spending the money on himself, he gives it to his dad that's fighting cancer. So he actually paid for my dad's chemotherapy. Over $600,000 has been paid.
Wow.
And social media will only say 10,000, but the news won't ever tell the true story about what actually.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying. And, it's just nobody's business out there anyway, because he's just a kind man,
Right.
And I listened to him last night. He was on the show on Newsmax. He's fallen out with Fox recently.
Yeah.
And, he was just talking. And he said, I want to be everybody's president, He says, it doesn't matter, Democrat, Republican, Independents, everybody out there. I just want to be everybody's president. And he was talking also about how the people, the friendly they were when he was driving through with the motorcade down there. And I saw that myself because I watched it live. And most of the people, and you know what I really liked about it, he could have probably taken the suburban route, Shane, but Donald Trump through the hood. Okay, and everybody was standing out, man. They were waving. All I saw was I saw a few Caucasian people, but mostly all the people on the street were African Americans, and they were really waving at him. They were cheering.
I noticed that. That was.
You saw it too, right? Okay.
Yeah, that was kind of beautiful to see.
Yeah, and when he said that last night about, because the guy that was interviewing him, Greg, he was asking him about, was just telling about how much he has taken from, all these hits, and he says, "Do you think they can come up with anything else? And why, what would they do next just to prevent you from being president?" And he was like, that's when he said, "I just want to be everybody's president," And I was like him. When I pray for the country, I pray for everybody. I don't just single out, a party to pray for, or I don't just single out a state to pray for. I pray for the whole country.
It's just sad if you see somebody, has a flagpole in their yard or, displaying the American flag, you automatically know that they're patriotic and they're voting for Donald Trump. I mean, that's how sad it is in America. These people that nowadays are so ashamed of the American flag, don't love our Constitution, don't love America. And it's just, even in my generation, it's just sad to see so many people that just are so blindsided by what's going on, and there's so many people like you guys that are patriots who love their country, who bleed red, white, and blue. And it's like, these people are getting ridiculed and prosecuted for loving their country, just like I have. I mean, I've even been arrested for being associated with President Trump.
Oh,
tell us about that. Yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, okay. So I have every other weekend with my son. For me having a Trump jacket on, they took away my Wednesday's visitation for me because I'm a white nationalist. And then they put me in a timeout, threw me in jail for 3 days. Took my Facebook, deleted all my Facebook accounts, and now Judge Lawless is now appointed as a federal judge by Joe Biden. You look her up, her name's Colleen Lawless, and after my arrest, she was appointed by Joe Biden as a federal judge.
Oh my goodness,
her name doesn't quite fit.
I know, right? And she had a target for me because she wanted that mugshot. That's all they want is that mugshot. So they're like, "We'll just get Shane in a timeout." I had no bail, never committed a crime in my life. I was a correctional officer at the time I was arrested. I lost my correctional officer job, lost my livelihood. Now I built back towards that. So now I just got my job back as a correctional officer. It took me a year to get back. That's what they do. They hate this country. She hated me from the get-go because of my association with President Trump. And my story is a good story. I mean, a veteran, Donald Trump reached out to a veteran and paid for his chemotherapy. What's the negative sign about that? I mean, even if it happened to if Joe Biden did that, I'd be like, that's great. You know what I mean? But they don't do stuff like that because they don't unfortunately love this country and they don't like vets. They don't put vets first. We rather put illegals first.
Well, I'm a vet. I'm an Air Force vet. So I just
my
Oh,
son
well,
is
thank
a
you
vet.
for your service.
And yeah, Kathy.
Yeah, I'm a
I have
vet.
Kathy, and my
Oh,
son
thank
is
you,
a vet.
Tim.
And
Thank you.
my
Also,
son
I
is
have
Navy.
I have
Kathy, you're
corrections
what,
officer
Army?
in my
Air
background,
Force.
too.
Air Force.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I was a correction officer too for a period of time.
Period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it, and
for
it's just
2
like
years.
I finally got my job that I liked, and it's just like they kept trying to bring Donald Trump into my court case, and I'm like, listen, this has nothing to do with family court. I mean, they wanted my dad's documents, they wanted his bank records, and it was a political persecution. They literally wanted my mugshot. That's all they wanted. When I got out of jail, there was T-shirts printed with my face on it. That's all they wanted. Just like they're doing to President Trump, they just want that mugshot.
Wow, that's craziness.
Well, I'll tell you what, that mugshot's gonna make a whole lot of money for the campaign because it's going to go everywhere. It'll be on hats, books, everything.
It's like the Liberty Justice is supposed to be blindfolded, but now she's wide open, and it's just like they corrupted the whole judicial system. We need there's something that needs to be revamped on that.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know if it's accurate, but I did read something on Elon Musk on Twitter, and they said, thanks to everything going on with the mugshot and everything, a lot of Black Americans are now going to vote for Trump. So maybe that's
I love that.
Why.
Well, a lot of Black Americans voted for Trump before. You know, they just don't tell everybody. They don't talk about that.
Right.
But the thing of it is, I'm going to tell you all this. I have been following Donald ever since he walked down the stairway in 2015. And so I'm a visionary. And I know Sybil knows this. My son knows this. And but I don't even know if Kathy knows this. But I've been as a child, even as a child, ever since I was like, as far as I can remember, since I was probably like a baby, 4 or 5 years old. I have premonitions. I have premonitions and I have visions. And I told everybody that Donald was going to win the presidential election because I had a vision of it. But nobody believed me on my shows, and nobody believed me on my posts. And then when it happened, they was like, "My God, you were right," you know. And so that's why I say that. Listen, when God is on your side, you know, people don't have to like you. People don't like me. Yeah, believe it or not, I know people don't like me because why? They don't want me to succeed more than they succeed. It's as simple as that.
I get that a lot, actually.
Yeah, so I don't care about them liking me. I am 73 years old. I have made a lot of friends and enemies during my lifetime. But right now, Shane, I have a very few friends. But you know what? They are the most valuable friends.
Amen to that.
They're the valuable. That's the value that I have in my life with the few friends that I have. I don't care anything about the rest of the people. Don't like me or like me. You know, like I say, you don't like my show, don't watch. You don't want me sending you reminders of myself. God, you got a button you can push on Facebook, right? Just unfriend me. But yeah, so I can tell you this: 45 and 47. Well, I think that would be a good lottery cash number, 45, 47.
I like that. I like that. It's a beautiful number. I tell you what, it's a beautiful number.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
45, 47. You better start playing it.
Yeah. Can I just talk to James? He's sitting there all by himself, even though the camera's frozen.
Yeah. We almost forgot about you because we can't see you, James. I'm sorry.
What should I do?
Well, just talk. I'll ask you a question, okay?
All right.
Now, where are you from, James? And what happened to Shane? Something happened with Shane. So just want to let you know. He might have to come back in the studio.
I saw
But in
it.
the in the meantime, James, where are you located and who do you work for and how did you get involved with politics and with Shane? And how did you bring him to me to bring him on the show?
Actually, I post a lot of Trump stuff on Facebook, and Shane asked for my friendship one day. He must have seen all the stuff I was posting, and I accepted Shane as a friend. And from there, we just, started becoming better friends because we had Donald Trump in common.
Mm-hmm.
And
you're from? Yeah, go ahead.
I've been a Trump follower since 2016 too, Emily.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Ever since he walked down the elevator with his wife.
Yeah, I saw that too. Mm-hmm.
And I'm not afraid to say it.
And now you've also been chastised on Facebook, right, James?
I've been in jail more times. I've been in jail more times than you can shake a stick at.
You're talking about Facebook jail?
Yeah.
Yeah. Facebook jail or real jail?
The way I told everybody, I don't care if you put me in jail or not, but you're not taking away my liberties that mine and everybody else's family had died to give us. Right. I don't care if Mark Zuckerberg liked it or not. I'm entitled to my liberties, and so is everybody else.
I don't
the
thing of it is that Donald went back on X. He's on X. He made his first post on X last night. Yesterday evening. Yeah. And I was so glad that they kept everything the way it was, because that way that made me still his follower and I could still contact him, so that so he got all of his followers back. So that's pretty cool. I like that. So he doesn't have to start all over again, right?
Thanks to Elon Musk.
Yeah, I know, right? And he is African. So I wonder what.
Well, what you do is
they already come after him. They've come after him. Yesterday was something about it. They were coming after him. They were trying to say, let me see if I can remember exactly what it was. They were trying to say, oh, let me get Kathy in the green room. She's trying to talk to James, I believe.
No, and don't forget, Emily, he was on a couple movies. Do you remember when he was on Home Alone? Donald Trump?
Yeah,
Donald
I remember that. Yeah, he was.
No, I don't remember that.
What did he do? What role was that?
I didn't see him.
I've been a
I
Trump
watched that
follower
movie.
since 2000.
Yeah, he did have a little short segment, I believe.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And then he had his own
What was
little
his
thing.
name? What was it?
The movie was Home Alone.
I know that, but what was his scene?
It was a short scene when Kevin McCauley, is that his name?
Yeah, that's it.
Was in the downstairs basement, I think, and Donald Trump walked in, and I even forgot what he done. But I remember seeing him.
I know what you mean.
Okay.
You'll have to look at the
But
movie.
I didn't really watch it. Yeah. Did you watch The Apprentice?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, me too.
I think it was number one that he was on.
I never did watch it much. I never did watch The Apprentice.
Oh, you didn't? I used to watch it.
Every now and then I would watch it.
It was a great show.
That's where
Amoroso?
No, I really didn't. Wasn't into reality. He really had the beginning of the reality show, tell you the truth.
Yeah.
He really made the beginning of reality shows, you know.
Yep.
Because as far as I can remember, that his show was the first reality show.
Well, it was a couple of before him, but none like his. None had been done like his.
Mm.
Yeah. So he was definitely
Oh,
a pioneer
okay.
in that
All
area.
right.
Yeah.
He's definitely
Let
a
me see if
person.
I can back. Kathy's back. Okay, let me get
Hi.
Kathy back in here.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
just
it's high traffic.
I just talked to Shane, and he's the screen went black, and he forgot that I told him if it goes black, it's a laptop thing. You just hit the screen with your cursor, whatever,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
you come back in.
Uh-huh.
So now he has to come back in. Do you see him, Emily?
Not yet. So he'll be
Okay.
in. It'll tell me, the
Well,
studio will tell me when
well,
he
he
gets
told me
in,
he's coming
and I'll
back in
bring him right
again.
in. Yeah, it's
Okay.
okay. You can take your time. Yeah. But James,
Yes, ma'am.
now when you say you were in jail, was it Facebook jail or real jail?
I've been in Facebook jail probably 10 times. I've been in YouTube
Wow.
jail. And I took screenshots of every time I went to jail. And they go after Mark Zuckerberg. I'm going to be the first to jump on that lawsuit.
Yeah, so James, that makes you
Yeah,
an internet gangster.
I try to be. Like I said, Tim,
Yeah.
I will not let nobody take away my liberties.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree, man. No doubt.
My family members and your family members
You
died
are-
for our liberties.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know the good thing about Trump, man, is it's not
You're
a
right. You're right.
it's not a color thing, it's a right thing, you know. It's
Yes,
just about following right. And it's not a color issue. I don't see that with him.
Mhm.
It's just about following someone that's standing up for our constitutional rights.
Of course, they try to make it a color thing, but thank God American people are smart enough.
Yeah,
But, you know,
yeah.
yeah, they really think we're stupid, you know.
They do.
And they can't stand it when we're not stupid. They get really angry when we're not stupid. All of a sudden, they find out, oh
Yeah,
well, they're
yeah,
not
we're not
stupid at
dying.
all, you know.
Yeah, we're not dying.
That's what's wrong with them now. That's what's wrong with them now. They're finding out though the people are just not buying this because every time they have taken him the card, I guess what his percentage is now. 62%.
Wow. That's a
Went
jump
up
from
from
57,
54
right?
to 62. No,
That's
from
great.
54. David,
Okay.
before 6 p.m. yesterday evening, before he went to Fulton County, it was 54%. When he left, it was up to 62% last night. It might be even higher than that today. I hadn't checked.
Wow. Man, that's great.
So hey, Doug, you say he made it.
That's great.
Hi.
Yeah, I know, Doug. You know, we had some difficulties. You know, they always on Friday nights. I think Shane is back. Let's see. Wait a minute. No, he's not back. I didn't hear the studio say anything. I was just double checking.
Hey, Emily.
Kathy was back. Yeah,
Back in if you
go
could.
ahead. That was
Yeah. So basically,
James.
I can't reach Shane. I can't reach Shane because
Who called my name?
when I call
Right.
him, the voicemail goes on. So I would tell him if he was listening to go on your cell phone if you have a problem. That's what our guests should do. Even though your image comes up smaller, that should be the
Yeah, he can do that. He can go on his cell phone. If he's having trouble, yeah, tell him that.
But I can't
Did you tell him that?
I can't reach him. I just left him a message. I can't talk to him directly. So, but we already have plans to bring him back because we're going to bring him back either next Thursday or next Friday, everyone.
Okay.
He's going to be there with his book publisher. He's going to talk about that. So that's the thing. If we have issues, maybe we should try Thursday night if they're both available. Because Friday night always seems
like it doesn't. Yeah, it's not as busy.
Yeah.
Thursday night is school night, so it's not. It won't be as busy. Traffic won't. Because you've seen our shows on Thursday night. I don't have any problems. You know, they go
So maybe
smooth
we
and
should do
everything.
that.
It's just a Friday
Hmm.
night show. And then in the winter time, once the winter time comes, Kathy, we won't have
Uh-huh.
as many internet problems either. Well, you think?
Hmm.
Well, I don't know. Come to think of it, we may have more because people will be in.
Yeah.
These people are getting out. I forgot about that. But my
Right.
thing, my problem is this: I gotta get my service provider to get those limbs and leaves off of my internet line
Right.
that's going to my house, and I'm gonna call them tomorrow to get that done. I don't know what they're gonna tell me, but look, I'm gonna tell them, look, y'all, it is your line, and my internet's messing up, and like if you guys can't fix it, I'll just go to another carrier,
Yeah, they'll come out.
because I don't have time. I don't have money to pay somebody to cut down somebody else's trees. I paid
Yeah.
$1,200 last
Yeah.
year to cut down one neighbor's trees on one side of me,
Yeah.
right, Tim?
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
paying
Yeah.
another
That,
$1,000 to have somebody else's trees cut off
yeah. Just
on my
let them know.
stuff, on
Yeah.
my lawn.
Just let them know it's a bunch of brush. You know, I used to do cable, so yeah, they'll come out. If you make it seem like it's brush and not just actual trees, then they'll come out and remove that.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
All right. James, someone says hello to you.
That's my baby sister.
Hi
Hi,
there. Amory? Is it Amory or
Oh,
Amory?
oh, okay.
April
Hello.
and Marie Labadorsky.
Labradorsey. I like that. Wow.
Hello.
Well, that's just
Welcome to the
Yeah.
show. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we'll have we're looking for Shane. Shane was here earlier, and he had some technical difficulties too. So we're going to be having him back on the show another time. Hopefully next Thursday, next week, Kathy. Will
Well,
that
either
work?
Thursday or Friday. I'm hoping that
Did
he
you
has
say?
to. His book publisher is traveling tonight, so he couldn't make it. But yeah, I'll let you know, and we'll post it. Hmm. Yeah.
Right.
So in the meantime, James,
Okay, that'd be
tell
great.
us,
Yeah.
James, can you tell us how you who you work for and all that stuff, and
well,
some of what you, yeah.
I lead a boring life. I was a truck
Mm-hmm.
driver for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
I drove everything on the roads,
Mm.
and including doubles. I have millions of miles of safe driving under my belt.
Mm-hmm.
I got my license in
Wow.
1988. I've seen
Mm-hmm.
every time I said I've seen everything there is to see on the road, I see something I didn't never seen before. But
Mhm.
and one thing I can't stress
I
enough
know. Yeah.
to everybody out there: if you bought it, a truck driver brought it.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that.
Makes sense to me.
I like that. I like that.
Now, can you tell
Yeah,
us
yeah,
who
it
you
does.
work? You worked for a famous person, a person who owns a famous trucking company, right? Talk about that.
Yeah, I
Well,
worked for
you know.
Roger Penske
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
since 2000, no, I'm sorry, 1995 to 88.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to work for GHI, which we won't go there. I didn't like the company at all.
Gotcha.
18-hour days were just not for me. That's why I'm stuck in this wheelchair, because of my eating habits on the road. You know, when you're driving 18 hours, you don't get home cooked
My
meals.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you had to eat though, didn't you?
Yes, you do. And unfortunately, McDonald's is the only
Yeah. But you
alternative.
had to eat.
Yeah.
Any
So
sign
I know,
of
right, James? So go ahead,
any
Kathy.
any sign of Shane? Of Shane? Any sign of him? No.
Oh, Shane.
Anyway,
Not yet.
yeah. In the meantime, so you work for Big Fish Music Group. You might as well talk about that, James.
Yes, I do. I'm the directing manager. I'm also a songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Wow.
And I did a song called Closure, which Kathy's going to be
Okay.
interviewing me on 9/11 for it. And you get to see the video that I made for the song.
Oh,
Okay.
Cool.
Now, when is it going to be available?
The song is available soon on Big Fish Music's website that we're designing, still to come.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an interactive website
Okay.
where you can actually go through the building and sit down and talk to other people.
Yeah.
And
Sounds
if you
cool.
want to be involved, Kathy is a writer.
Yes, she is. Songwriter. Yeah.
She's part of the same family.
That's right.
Cool. All right.
James, you know the famous movie star that you look like for Jermaine.
No.
Anybody ever watch Stargate Atlantis?
Yeah.
I mean SG-1, Stargate SG-1,
Yep.
and the colonel that was in charge. You know what I'm talking about? What was his name? Colonel. I'm watching it now. I watched it last night.
Kirk. No, not
you talking
Kirk.
about
Is another one?
Stargate. No, this was the colonel, and he was in charge of when they go through the Stargate on missions. What was his name? James. Can you know what I'm talking about, though, don't you?
I've watched it only a couple times.
I think it was his name was Jim.
It starts with an R. Starts with an R. Rapard or something
Ricardo?
like that. No, like Rapard or something like that.
Captain.
I don't know.
That's what Star Trek.
He was a British guy. No,
Hey, John, welcome.
Hello,
Hey, John
Sybil.
is here.
Sybil.
He handles
Sybil come off missing.
Yeah, John handles the Bobby Helms catalog and merchandise. Remember, we did that interview with Kleinman and Ace.
Yeah.
The Ace.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So
yeah, and Sybil, you had gotten up and left, and I had forgot to bring you back home. My apologies.
Listen, can y'all hear me? I've been talking and talking and talking.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
And
It was my
nobody's
fault. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It was my fault because you had got up and left the scene, and I took you off the screen because you had left, and then I was going to bring you back on, but then I forgot about you down there.
Okay, the reason I got up, Shane has been talking to me, and I couldn't let y'all know. So he's going to try to come in with cell phone.
Okay.
Okay,
That's what he's doing.
At least y'all hear me now. Okay.
All right. Yeah, we got you now. I said my
James,
apologies.
let me ask you this question, James.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that we're going to have to put up with these shenanigans that the government is directing at Trump all the way up to election time?
God, I sure hope not.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
If we do, we're going to be in trouble.
Look, this man is so strong, and that's why I know he's got to be a man of faith. Because look, I wouldn't be able to go through that, even if I was a billionaire like him. I wouldn't be able to go through it, man. My nerves would be just. And look, last night he says this is the way that he's out. That's what I was going to ask Shane about. But last night, Donald said that he's always been this way. He only sleeps 4 or 5 hours every night. And you know what? My mother was like that. And I don't know how they function that way.
And
but
and he doesn't smoke or drink.
No.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
No,
now remember, guys. Remember, Emily. He did not take the salary for the 4 years he was president.
I know he didn't take a salary. You know, and then he was so giving. He was so giving, and this is what Now, this is what was his name? I was looking at. And well, I don't think it was Hannity. It was the Greg guy. It's one of the guys, Newsmax. Anyway, he
Carl
said,
Parkerson.
no, it's a commercial. It's a commercial that they have out, and I'm so glad they got it. And Tim,
Yes.
they got our line in there, what we have been saying on the show.
Oh, really?
That people not gonna forget what he did for them. He said,
Okay.
yeah, I said, it's not about what he'll do, it's what he has done for us.
Outstanding.
Something like that.
Outstanding.
But you'll be saying it.
Yeah.
This is what we've been saying all the time, James. Look,
Right.
it wasn't his fault that COVID happened.
Right.
But when it did, this man stepped up to the plate and made sure everybody had food on their plate.
Yeah.
In record time, too.
Yes.
Yeah, and so you got these far right conservatives that's got a problem with him giving us the money every week so that we could have food to eat, so we could have heat, and heat or air, whatever we need in our house to live and not die.
Yeah.
And to be able to pay our mortgage or our rent, so we'd have some place to live.
Mm-hmm.
And no other president in the whole United States of America, since the beginning of presidencies, has ever done that for the people.
Right.
And people don't forget that, and they're not going to forget it. And that's another reason why I can guarantee you a 47.
Yeah.
The 47.
Yeah, I agree. What
do you think, James?
I hope so. Lord.
What do you think about that? What he did for us?
Lord willing, he'll be back.
Yeah. Okay. Tim, go ahead.
What were you going to say, Tim?
I was just gonna say, sorry for cutting you there, Kathy.
No.
I was just gonna say, he has to be a man of faith. To withdraw as commander in chief through COVID, something that the people had never seen, a lot of us in our entire lifetime, and to endure that, and still come out, and he hasn't aged much. You know what I mean? For a regular president or somebody that didn't have faith, they would be somewhere in the loony bin. You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, look what they did to Biden.
Doug says that Trump needs to defect to the independent party. Well, I'm going to tell you something. Trump was an independent when he started. And he just put his name out there, and he was trying to see. He wasn't really trying to see. He was going to run as an independent. But because he was getting such a great percentage of the lead, Doug, the Republicans wanted to grab him up. The RNC wanted to grab him up before the Democrats would grab him up. And that's how he ended up being for the Republican Party. Because when he came down those stairs, he didn't announce that he was going to be a Republican.
Right.
He said, I'm just putting my name in there. I'm running for president of the United States. So, because they didn't think, the majority of the politicians didn't think he had a ghost of a chance.
Yeah.
Just because he was in the entertainment business and in the hospitality business, right?
Yeah.
So they didn't want him until they saw his numbers growing. Then the Republicans, the RNC, grabbed him up, negotiated with him, and grabbed him up before the Democrats could. That's what happened. So that's why I know that he, within his mind, soul, spirit, and heart, that he is a moderate Republican. He's not a far right because he believes in the people and he does for the people. He will do for the people because he has done for the people.
Yeah.
The far right, to me, they deprive the people of certain necessities and ways. Shane's back. Hey, Shane.
Hey, how are you? Sorry for the difficulties. I tell you what, I was sweating.
I told him how to do it.
I apologize.
No problem. Glad to have you back.
What, your laptop went out of battery?
Yeah, it's storming out in Illinois, so.
Oh.
Well, yeah, okay.
Do it. Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, we've been talking about the big guy. Not the big guy, but I call him the Don.
The
We've been
Don.
talking about the Don.
Yeah.
And,
That's what he calls himself on Truth Social.
Well,
That's true.
Emily,
Actually,
well,
I
he
did
got
talk
it
to
from
yeah,
me.
she's got
attorney
something
that you
to
guys
say.
He
love
got that
interview.
from me,
He's actually representing
James.
one of the
Because I started calling him the Don in 2015.
Don.
And
I
he
love it.
knows me because I covered his show. I mean, I covered his rally when he came here in Memphis, not Memphis, Millington. And I covered his rally. Kathy, you seen, I sent you the video. Did you ever see the video?
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
That was great. Mm-hmm.
And look, I was the only one that could go up and take a picture by the plane. And I was pointing at it, and I was like, the plane. You remember? I remember that series, Hawaiian series they used to come out.
Careful, you're showing your age.
What were you saying, Sean, before?
So one of my attorney friends in Chicago is he actually is on his way back from Georgia, but he's representing one of the pastors who was a pastor that was indicted.
Okay.
And I think he'd make a special guest. He said he'd love to come on your guys' show and talk about it. And he actually represented President Trump once and worked underneath Rudy Giuliani. So.
Oh,
very great. All right. So, give the information to Kathy.
Yeah, I'll get with Kathy. He's so knowledgeable about the law, and I'd love to get him. He's a constitutional expert, and Kathy, I'll have to
I love
link up with you
constitutional experts.
get him on here because he'd be great. He'd be able to talk about everything that's going on behind the scenes.
The thing about it is, this whole procedure that they are doing is unconstitutional. Nowhere in the Constitution. Only time a president can be convicted is if he does bribery or murder. That's what the Constitution says.
Right.
Now, why hasn't the big guy been convicted? Because we're getting clear evidence now of his bribery, sending it all in his family's name, running out, and he's not getting the RICO. He's supposed to get a RICO conviction, to tell you the truth. Because that's the way the gangsters operate. When you got all these shell companies and the money's going to somebody else, but then they're funneling the money back to you, your family members, they don't have a product or a service that they can show that they did or perform to get this money, then that's a RICO conviction, the same conviction that you give the mob and the gangsters. That's what they call that, a RICO conviction,
Yeah, and we the people can see that.
Yeah, and that's what they're so shaking in their boots about now.
Yeah.
And because the same thing is that the thing is that this is something that Donald told us in 2015 and early 16. He already told us this. Nobody believed it. They said he was giving false information. That it was that he was lying. They called him a liar. But now we can see that he wasn't. And what's happened is that tail that they were chasing has come back to bite them in the butt. And see what I'm saying?
Right.
And the truth always comes out.
Yeah.
Now that's one thing my granddaddy taught me and my mom too. They said that whatever happens in the dark will always come to light.
Amen to that. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah,
That's
that's
the truth. All right, then let's take a break.
Okay.
Shane, we're so glad you made it back in. All right.
Yeah.
So, and we have some other viewers that have joined us, and I forgot to turn on the X.
Okay, turn on the X. Elon's probably watching because I told him it was going to be on. So
If he is, hi, Elon.
Well, Shane, you'll be able to share this show with him. I'm going to turn on the X now. You'll be able to share this.
You guys are awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for your patience, and I sincerely apologize.
Oh, don't worry about that. We are laid back. We are laid back.
But I promise you guys a better guest than me that is right in the middle fighting for President Trump. So I promise you guys I'll make up for it.
Oh, you're a great guest.
Yeah.
Nobody
You're a
is better than
fantastic
you.
guest. I wouldn't
Everybody
downplay it. Yeah.
we look at everybody as special.
Oh,
You
I
know,
love you
when
guys. I appreciate
people
it.
that have like minds like us, you special.
No,
And
thank you. It's
know,
very
like
rare to find. Well, there's a lot of us. Unfortunately, they just like to keep us silent.
Well, you know, I don't care what people say about me. They know I got a big mouth anyway. So let's go take a break, y'all. We'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all stick and stay. Don't go
Stay
away.
the same. Yeah,
Even if you do, I know y'all got to get those kids in the bed because you got to go get your groceries on Saturday morning and different things. Run around with them. You can always catch our replay. All you do is go to their title right up there, facebook.com/The Emily Pearl Show, and you can look at all of our shows. Everything that we recorded, all of our shows are all automatically archived immediately after we end the show. So if you have to go away, just go ahead and watch it in your free time, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. We love it. All right, we'll be back, y'all.
This is Cassie. She never really paid attention to her credit scores until she got Credit Karma and used her scores to score more, like her first ride. When it was time to upgrade, she shopped around for a lower auto insurance rate to go with it. Even when she decided to blaze a new trail, Credit Karma helped her with an auto loan to get her where she was going. Where is she going? Credit Karma. Download the free money app where your hard work pays off.
Oof, gotta get rid of this.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks.
Have you tried new Downy Rinse and Refresh?
It helps remove odors 3 times better than detergent alone.
It worked, guys.
Yeah.
New Downy Rinse and Refresh.
Introducing IHG One Rewards. 17 hotel brands, 6,000 global destinations. One loyalty program that lets you guest how you guest.
Victor, why are you still living with odors? Get back in there and freshen instantly with new Febreze Air Mist. That's right, Febreze now has a new, finer mist that floats in the air longer and quickly fills the room to fight even your toughest odors. Leftover fried fish funk? Instant freshness. Gaming teen odors? Instant freshness. Spray new Febreze Air Mist to keep your home smelling fresh and clean.
Okay, so we're back. I hear your baby barking, James.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
James.
my baby. That's my baby girl.
I got a big old girl here too.
Oh, we lost Shane.
Where's Shane?
Did we lose Shane again?
No, I gotta bring him in.
Okay.
There you are. Okay.
What's your dog's name, James?
Sadie. She's a
Sadie. All right. You
She's
got
a
that
pit-
from Tim. What was that? What was that song?
Sadie Mae.
Sadie.
Sadie Mae.
That song. Sadie. Remember
Sadie
that song
Mae.
about Sadie?
How about the Beatles? Sexy Sadie.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, my dog's name is Precious,
That's
and
precious.
that she is not.
If I can get her to come over here.
Yeah,
Sadie.
She's frozen too.
She tries to come in. She tries to come in on the show. She comes and try to hog the show sometime. One of these days, but you know, I don't want to start something that I can't finish. But I would love to sit her beside me one show and just see how she acted for the whole show.
Yeah.
But she might like it too much, and then she'll be wanting to get up here every time. So
I turn into a camera hog.
exactly.
Here she is.
Yeah.
So Shane,
Come on up.
how do you become a good writer?
You want it? Up. Show the people you.
Oh, Shane, we can't hear you. Shane, we can't hear you.
Up.
We can't hear him. What's going on with Shane?
Turn your mic on. on your phone. Turn
Hey.
your volume up.
Can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Can't hear him.
No, can't hear him.
Yeah, he went mute.
His volume is on though. It's not. It doesn't have a line through it. So
You're being shy. Come on.
it might be on it. I don't know.
Probably the storms that they're having.
I can't call him. I can't call him now.
He said it was storming.
Come on.
He was just though. We just could hear him.
Yeah, we could hear him earlier.
Yeah.
Here she is.
You're I'm trying to get him.
There she
Yeah,
is.
do the ear thing.
Yeah, I was doing it.
Earbuds, or something.
Can you high
can't
five
hear you.
Donald Trump? High five Donald Trump. Come on, high five. There you go.
He's coming.
got it?
Oh, he had to leave. He left and he's coming back. I guess.
Back in. Okay.
Maybe that'll fix it.
Well,
Okay?
Did you guys catch that?
what
What
was
was
that?
that? What was that, Jane? Hi,
Did you catch-
Chuck. Let's see. I got to get to our audience.
Is Chuck 10 in here too?
Yeah, I'm
The
trying
big
to get
fish. The big
He says,
fish.
hello,
is-
Jumbo.
Hey, Chuck.
What's up, Chuck?
I'm trying to get it.
He just called you Jimbo. Damn.
Sorry, I
okay.
couldn't get your phone, Chuck.
All right, Shane is in, but his camera's not on. I just put him in.
Yeah, just bring him in.
Chuck says, hey, Jumbo.
Hey, Chuck.
And
That's not Chuck Tennant. That's
Oh,
my
yeah.
sister's boyfriend.
okay.
Chuck J.
and-
I see you, Chuck. Or Bill.
okay.
Where's
and-
Jane? Is he coming
And
in?
Anne-Marie says hello to Sadie.
Mm-hmm.
And she says that she has a dog named Brandy Mochaccino and one
She's got-
named Malibu Tiramisu.
Tiramisu, like the cake. The Italian. Oh, I love that tiramisu.
Isn't that funny? That's
But it's a
beautiful.
little different. It's tiramisu.
That's so beautiful.
Flashback, huh, Kathy?
Yeah.
Huh?
I say gave you a flashback, huh?
Oh yeah, that's so good, man. I could dream about that cake.
So,
Yeah.
the audience had to give a laugh.
Been
at
there
that.
before.
All right, so
Emily, this is for you, Emily.
okay.
Come on. Come on,
What
give
is
me high
it?
five. High fives. High five, Emily. Come on. You want it? You got to high five, Emily.
Okay.
Can you see her?
Come
High five.
on, Sadie. Come on.
Come on, high five.
Sadie,
There you
come on,
go.
Sadie.
Thank
Say
you.
girl.
Thank
Say
you so
I'm-
much, Sadie.
I can
Love
see
you.
y'all can see him.
Frozen. You're
I love
frozen now.
you.
Yeah, you're
Love
frozen.
you. Love you, girl. She should be wagging her tail by now.
So
She loves people.
All right. I love dogs too. I had dogs all my life. And some
She's-
cats here and there.
I got 2 cats and 2 dogs.
Yeah, I've had cats and dogs living together too before. It's not unusual.
mm,
So
Where is he? Is he here?
no,
you want me
not
to call him?
yeah, he's in, but his camera's not on. Shane, can you hear us? Shane, you see his name up there in the main studio? He's in here. He's
No,
right
I
up
don't
on the
see
symbol. See his name, Shane Bouvet?
Oh, that's part of the bulletin. That's part of the
No, no,
flyer.
no. His name. Look at his name. If his face was, if his camera was on, you
Shane
see it.
Bouvet.
Tim, you see his name, don't you?
actually,
Right here.
I don't.
I see the
Right
name.
now.
I don't see
Yeah.
the face.
Sybil, do you
Okay.
see the name?
But-
Nope, she doesn't.
I mean, if you can see
Yes.
it, okay.
Sybil see it, and I see it.
I see
I
part of
can't.
his picture.
This,
So-
the
Let me ask you guys this.
I don't see the name in red. There's no name with
Oh.
red right
well, I
with the
see
white
it.
writing and red
I guess
background.
it's because I'm the studio. Yeah, I'm controlling the studio. He's in
Tomato,
the studio,
tomato.
but he needs to. His camera is off and his volume is off, and it could just be his reception going on. But
Yeah,
Shane,
those are the-
if you can hear us, can you type into the comment chat column and we can talk to you there? Chuck see his name. See, I know I wasn't just crazy.
So, all right, Donald Trump. What do you guys think? Do you think that he has a game plan, or he's just going to keep it the way he's moving all the way to the polls?
Good question, Tim. Marie see it too.
I have no idea.
Well, I would say he's a strategist, and I would say that you have to change for the times, and you got to counter things, sometimes subtly, sometimes openly. And so he's good at that. He's a master at that.
Right.
So,
yeah. And the reason why I asked, go ahead. Sorry, James. Go ahead.
He likes keeping us in suspense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like about him.
And yeah,
he doesn't let the right hand know. He doesn't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing.
Yeah, right. And the reason why I asked, the reason why I asked you, because he's at 60+%. How much changing do you really have to do if you have that much traction already?
None. Because the debate was still about him, even with him not being there.
Right. I agree.
Now, he was asked the question last night, was there anybody on that stage that he would be considering as a vice president?
Yeah.
And the only two names that he mentioned, was Ramaswamy.
Yeah.
He said, I can't believe that guy. He said some great, nice things about me. He said, I had to ask myself, is he really running against me? And then he liked the guy, the other gentleman from the small town,
John
Berg. He liked Berg. He liked Berg.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
He said he had some things to say that he was in agreement with him. So other than that, he didn't mention anybody.
Well, that guy Swami. He is the representation
Swami. Ramaswamy.
Yeah, he's representing the millennials. They're crazy about him.
They love him.
He definitely has their vote.
He could pull in some,
Yeah, I think that would be an interesting dynamic to have him as vice president.
I like the guy. I just think he's too
what Anne-Marie says. I think he has a game plan that he keeps to himself until the right time. Right. He's a great strategic man. I agree. And I think most of the audience does. We can get a round of applause on that one.
Yeah.
Indeed. Definitely.
So let me ask another question. Let me pose another question.
Okay. And then we're gonna get ready to wrap it up.
Okay. I was just gonna say, we see how far the government has gone.
Yeah.
To this point. Is there anything that they could do to jeopardize his running?
Who are you asking? Me?
I'm asking the group.
Oh, I don't think so.
I see one thing, unfortunately.
What's that, John?
What's that?
I think Biden has a plan to retire and just say, I retire and I surrender my position, and hopefully does not get Harris as president.
Wow.
Oh, no, she can't do anything.
That's not even legal, is it?
I hope not.
No.
I don't think it is.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess the president can retire if he wants to. But I can tell you this. If he were to take himself out of the whole presidency, then the law requires that the vice president takes that position temporarily until she can be voted vice president. I mean, voted president. But what's going to happen? I mean, if that were to happen, they really have given the whole race to Donald. You see. Hi, Liberty Twitcher. Are you watching us on Twitch?
Hey,
Liberty Twitcher say it'll be Gavin Newsom from California. And he says he's ruined California, so now he could ruin the country. Is Gavin Newsom Democrat or Republican? I
Yes,
heard the
he
name
is.
before.
He is. I call him Gavin Gruesome.
Gruesome. Yeah, like Donald was. Donald was talking last night because they were asking him about Ron, and he said, "Oh, he said, the sanctimonious," and he said that the sanctimonious was lying about that Florida didn't shut down. He says, "I know." He said, "Because I live there." He says some of the things were shut down. He said, "Now he didn't shut down the whole state, but a lot of places." He said last night. Donald said was shut down. He said, "I should know because I live there." Liberty Twist says, "I don't think that Biden is going to run."
Hope she's right.
Well, he's already running. Liberty. He's
Yeah,
got his
he's
name
running.
in there. And Chuck says there is other people besides the Democrats that don't want Trump back in office. Well, yeah, that's true, but it doesn't matter because most of those people probably
Yeah.
don't vote anyway.
Yeah, and at the end, at the end, at the end
You
of
know
the
what
day,
I'm
you have to
saying? That's not funny, but it is funny because most of the people that do the complaining don't even vote anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
Seriously, that doesn't make sense.
Is that I'm very rich.
What was that, James?
Let's make America great again.
Okay.
I didn't hear that.
I could stand on Avenue and shoot somebody, and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible. The beauty of me is that I'm very rich.
Who is that?
I don't think it's James. I think it's some
Trump.
crazy
No,
actor.
it's
Or
me.
maybe it is Trump's voice,
That's
and
where
it's
it
just
came
coming
from.
through distorted.
It's me. It's a voice box with his voice.
And I said to myself, if we can say so poor for so many generations, maybe this isn't the kind of person we want to be elected in higher office.
Where is that coming from?
Never mind, James. It's too distorted. It's
right.
irritating.
Oh, James was trying to play something for us. Is that what it
it's
was?
irritating. It's some kind of box voice. Yeah.
So,
James, when you were trying to play something?
Yeah, but obviously you can't hear it, so.
Okay. No.
Liberty, to be honest with you, I don't even know why he's running, Liberty, to be honest with you.
Okay, so Liberty Church says that's conjecture, but I just can't believe Biden really wants another term. And he says that he really thinks that he would drop out. Well, I don't know. You know, his health is really bad.
Yeah.
And you know, when I stated earlier that I pray for everybody, I don't care about their party relationship. Like when he fell on the stage, when he was attending something, and he fell, God, I could feel his pain. You know, he tried to hop up like it wasn't anything wrong, but I could feel that fall. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah, but I prayed for him because look, I have fallen like that.
Yeah.
And there's nothing pretty. Yeah. And so I prayed for him when he fell that he would get better, that didn't break his hip, because when us old people fall, for some reason, that's the first thing that we do is, you know, from that fall, we break our hips. Chuck says, I'm talking about other higher ups that don't want Trump. I see what you're saying, Dave.
Well, let me tell you something, Chuck. In some cases, you have to give the people what they want.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even the higher ups will go with that.
They say Trump, 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 Trump. Y'all hear that? All right. Can y'all say that again? Let's hear it.
All right.
Okay, all right. Doug says it's all about what the deep state wants. Well, see, it's not about what the deep state wants, because it's a deep state that don't want Trump to run. Because why? Because he cleaned that deep state swamp when he was in there. And they just not trying to get back organized, and so that's the reason why they don't want him. Because they know that when he wins, they're gonna be moving they probably leave the country, child. It goes
Yeah.
just to get away,
Yeah.
to save themselves.
Well,
Go ahead.
anyway, Shane
Go
did
ahead.
say that he has a great guest for us, and he said his name is David Shestolkas. It's S like Sam, HESTOKAS. So
Okay,
that'll be great.
that'll be great. And so, is Shane gonna come back next week?
Well, I said to him, well, yeah, we're going to try to pick either Thursday or Friday. I told him Thursday would be better for the internet.
Okay, great.
Publishers available, or they could all three be on even.
Yeah, I like all three of them to be on
Thursday.
if they want to.
I invited him for that.
Yeah, so you can handle that on your end.
Okay.
And so we'll take a break. When we come back, then we will have our closing comments from all of us. And then we will go ahead and get out of here and close the show. All right. All right. So we will be back. Y'all hang tight.
So, are you going to Amy's wedding?
I don't have the money. Yeah, you do. Who are you? I'm you, from the future. And I just got paid.
And I'm Dave. I can get you up to $500 of your future money now.
Up to $500 instantly?
Instantly.
That's amazing. Oh, who's he? Oh, this is Paolo. We met at the reception. Hi. Hola. Hello. Paolo. That's me.
Download Dave and get up to $500 instantly.
Need to get your windshield fixed? SafeLight makes it easy. You can schedule it in just a few clicks, and we'll come to you with a replacement you can trust. It's great. That service on your time. Schedule now.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
I am Conor McGregor, multiple weight MMA champion. I'm a fighter and I've been through many battles in the octagon. Many consider my fights in the octagon heroic, but the real life heroes are those men and women who fight to protect us every day. The real life fighters, the real life heroes, are the firefighters and police officers. These first responders are true heroes, because these brave men and women put themselves in the line of danger every single day protecting us all. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation ensures that first responders from fire, EMS and police departments who are killed in the line of duty with young children have a home without the burden of a mortgage. They are my heroes. They need our help today. I'd like to ask you to join me in donating $11 a month to support their efforts. Your $11 a month honours and supports our first responders. Please call now at 1-844-BRAVEST or visit tunneltotowers.org.
Welcome to the Shack 12-Week Shred. My name is Rock Shabazz, and I'm here to take you through the same program that I made for this guy right here.
This program is without a doubt a huge reason why I was able to get fit and stay fit. If you put in the work and stay consistent, you just might be able to keep up. It's time for you to get to work.
All right, we're back. Thanks everybody for staying. So we're going to go ahead. And we can't hear Shane, so we'll take the last comments that James had for us, and then we'll go around the team. James, your last comments.
I forgot what I was going to ask now.
No, we're getting ready to close. We're getting ready to close. Yeah, closing comments. We're getting ready to close the show.
So next time, girls, I'd like to know how I can share the link to all the Facebook people that wanted to watch.
Oh, sure. Let me type that in for you, because it's just you see. Do you see up on the screen just above us?
Yeah.
Where it says Facebook.com, the Emily Pearl Show.
Yeah.
That's the link that you share, where they can watch all of our shows. It'll be on my page. That's our show page. Okay.
All right.
That's why I have it up there like that, so I don't have to keep typing it into the chat box. But yeah,
sometimes we can share a direct link, which we'll send to you if you want that.
Yeah, next
James.
Okay, Kathy, you can do that. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Thanks so much. And
I probably had
Marie has a last comment. You're right, Marie. Marie said her last closing comment is that the rest of the world looks at us as a joke now, due to Biden.
Yeah, they do.
You're right. You're right, and I'm sure that most people agree with you on that one. Now, how y'all feel about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, and that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like Donald said last night. He said, you know, had he been in, Putin never would have been in Ukraine to begin with.
Yeah.
You know, so, and I believe it too. Okay, so.
Well, it was quite an interesting show, and so happy James and Shane was on here, and looking forward to Shane's return. We had some technical difficulties, but he hung right in there with, trying to get in and so forth. And I think everybody did a fine job. And my head is always off to Kathy because, she is an amazing correspondent. And, of course, Emily, the world-famous Pearl, is always in the bottom of my heart. She just outdoes herself on these shows. And we're famous around the world because of her passion and love to reach out to people and be so open-minded. And, of course, Tim is the icing on the cake. So we had a great show.
Thank you so much, Sybil.
Thank you.
And Sybil is a jewel herself because she has been with me when we first started on radio. For those of you who are new to the show. And that's been 10 years now. And so, we got to give Sybil her props. Audience, give Sybil a cheer from the kids.
My pleasure.
They love Sybil. And we both Sybil and I, all the children's grandmother. we're the Grammys. They're what is it? God Grammys, I guess.
Bless the Red Hot Mamas.
I just made a new. You can be Red Hot Mommy. My period is over for that, honey. Oh my God! What did I say? Somebody laughed at that one. Someone could go ahead on with it and try to be hot. I'm done with that. All right, Tim.
Yes.
Your last closing comment.
Another great show. Like to thank the guests for coming by, James and Shane. Looking to see you guys even more in the future. With that, go Trump 2024.
I got one thing left to say to Joe Biden.
One last thing. Go ahead.
You're fired.
We heard that one.
You heard that? Yeah.
We did hear that one.
That'll work.
Yeah.
We did hear that one.
That's a good one.
That was really funny. That was a good one. I like that, James. That was spot on. Spot on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kathy, closing remark.
Well, I want to thank Shane Bouvet and also James Ziegler. And I also am quite impressed you have our new sponsor having to do with first responders, which I think is terrific because I was a first responder as a working for the fire department at Lake Roberts. And so that is terrific. So, but we're also going to have a 9/11 show on 9/8. And Ziegler's going to be part of it. We're going to have Chuck Tennant of Big Fish Music. Who else are we going to have, James?
The writer of my song.
Yeah. Okay.
Marcus Ruggiero. Hopefully. I'm still trying to get all of them to confirm it. And the guy he used to work for, the one that did my song in the studio, in the future we're going to have on Larry DeVio of Silver Tone Mastering. And Larry has a lot of good people in mind he'd like to bring on.
Awesome.
Great.
Right now he's on.
I'm excited.
He's up in Canada on tour with
Yeah, we have fans in Canada. One of our top fans in Canada, his name is Paul Sanders, and he's been a top fan of our show for at least a year by now.
You guys know about Peter Gabriel, right?
Peter Gabriel?
He's on tour with he's on tour with Peter Gabriel right now.
Oh, I don't know.
You've heard of the band Peter Gabriel's band, haven't you? What songs do you remember, James? Some of the songs they've
Sledgehammer. Remember Sledgehammer?
Yeah. Remember the Sledgehammer song, Emily?
No, I don't think I've ever heard that. Sledgehammer.
He's got a couple of hits.
I'll research it, of course, and listen to the music before they would come on our show because I like to be in the know. All right. So let me just thank James and Shane. You guys were magnificent. That's such a delight for the show. I'm tickled to death to have you guys to take out time from your busy schedules to come and be with us tonight. Y'all were slam dunk, I'll tell you. I'm sorry that Shane had the technical difficulties, but hey, he's coming back Thursday night or Friday night, so he'll be back next week, and we're gonna do it again. Now I remember this song, "Let's Do It Again." So listen, and I want to thank the audience because everything that we do it for you, and I couldn't do any of it without my great, fabulous team, Sybil Marie Presley, the co-hosts of the Moses, and Tim Herrington, the heartbeat of the South, my every heartbeat of my heart, and Cathy CC Carlson, the most entertainingest consultant and correspondent that you ever want to have and get to know. And of course, we have Linda PURRS, who is our Nashville correspondent, and she pops in about once a month to keep us updated on what's going on in Nashville, Tennessee, with the country and western scene. As a matter of fact, there's a country and western concert right here in Memphis being held now at the FedEx Forum. Yeah.
Okay.
So Linda's probably down in Memphis, but she's probably got a jet right back.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah.
Yeah, she probably got a jet right back after the show.
Emily.
Yes.
Tell her to get Jason Aldean to come on.
Oh, okay.
I've been talking to him on Facebook. He says he's busy right now, but he'd like to come on.
We're not going anywhere. So whenever he gets time, we'll be happy for him to grace our show, okay?
Especially with that awesome song that he did.
All right. Yeah. And the thing about it is I can actually share their YouTube link, and I'm hoping that but they're usually videos. But it was something that I had ran across in the studio. I'll have to check it out. But Cathy, you remember you had asked me about playing it from their page, from their YouTube channel. And I did run across something like that they added in the studio. I have to figure out what it is. But anyhow, I'll have that down pat as to a yes or a no. But the only problem that that I might get conflict from is that even if I do that in the studio and they can be right here, they can be sitting right here in the studio live, I'll get a warning slap from Facebook and from YouTube about copyright violation. Yeah,
they won't play with that.
Now, what they can do though is they can play it on their end, just like James just played something and we were able to hear it, because that would be the guest playing it and not me. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we'll work it out. We'll work it out. All right. So thank you again, everybody. Let's give back everybody,
God
audience,
bless everybody.
give yourselves a round of applause. Let's give definitely our guests a round of applause because we couldn't do the show tonight without them. We thank them for coming too. And what do you say about the TEPS amazing team? Kids, y'all know y'all love us. All right, thank you guys. All right then. So to all of my pearls in the listening audience tonight, a pearl is defined as a precious thing. It is the finest example of something special. So it doesn't matter whether you are rich or poor. You, my pearls, are a special thing. You are the finest example of someone special. All right. And as we say around here in the Emily Pearl studio, look, don't hate them, congratulate them. And if you deem it and mean it, I promise you, my pearls, everything good that you do. With what team?
Come back to
Back to you. All right, that's our time. Everybody wave good night. Thank you guys so much for watching. We love you. See you next week.